Bow down, bow. What's up, guys? We're back. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. We are back. My stylus isn't working. Hello? What? Um. I unplugged it and plugged it back in. The secret hack. What did I have for lunch? I made myself a PB&J using my own white bread that I make out of honey. What's up, KL? Daliog, Oranger. We're all back. WB, WB. I wanted to get into bread making, but I'm too impatient to wait for the bread to rise. The bread that I make, really easy recipe. I wrote it all down. It has 1 hour wait period. No, it has 10-minute wait period, then a 1 hour wait period, then a wait period, then a 30-minute wait period, and then you're baking. So it's not too bad. But I get you. Not quite as bad as my sourdough wait periods, which making sourdough takes about a full day from start to finish. But I make sourdough as well, but I don't use sourdough for my sandwich bread typically. So Michi, I took a look at that sword video as well. It was pretty sweet. Definitely a great resource for heavy attacks. Hammer movements has a lot to do with your anticipation and your follow through. Heavy on anticipation. Heavy on anticipation. It's Jamil. I think the main cool thing about the Monster Hunter moves is that I learned is that when the weapon stops moving, the body keeps going and pivots around the weapon. That is another really good point. That is a very good takeaway. I don't like snapping on. Loving the 2s and 3s, thank you. Yeah, it helps. It helps the pacing. It feels better. I mean, it's really, really heavy, you know. Yo, what's up, Lushar? What's up, Airchan? Check this out. This is what we've done today. I think starting here. Let me do the playback thingy. I think it was from like right here. This is what we've done so far today. Check this out. I'm really happy with it. Look heavy? He hits the ground and makes the stack of onions go flying, and then he smacks them out of the park like home run style. Right? Like, boom! Because back here, right, he smashes them and it gets all in his face and it stings. So he realizes, oh, I need to squish these the opposite way so the juices don't hit at me. So he preps the hammer. Big downswing to send the onions up, which haven't been done yet. And then he sets up the anticipation. And boom! Out of the park. Yeah! Thank you. I'm happy with it today. Thank you. Yeah, the follow through was also like, I was a little bit afraid when doing this right here. Like this smear frame was nuts. Going from the pose where the hammer was literally right here to there in one frame. So this was a little scary. But it ended up working out pretty nice. Because then it set up this massive swing, which I don't think I've ever done like so many smear frames in a row. But it definitely needed it for how much it traversed. I think we even double framed it for that reason. Yeah, this is definitely one of the craziest ones I've done. All for some onions, dude. Okay, I should probably go back and finish these, though. So I think I'm going to do that now. We're going to focus on some smoke effects and then animating the onions and the onion juice. Let's get some of this taken care of so we can kind of be caught up here. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys how to do with the smoke. So, low opacity square with gray. Grab the lasso tool. Hammer comes down like that. So, we'll kind of base our smoke off of that downward swing. Let's get rid of that. Why is there an outline there? Weird. Whatever, that's fine. One Andre, 100 onions. That's the last bit is 100 onions. Okay. Next. Now we start breaking it apart. I did this the wrong way. When you're doing this, it's better just to do little chunks like this. And then hold shift, and you can kind of add them together. Doesn't make it hard on myself for no reason. Boom. Who was here for the earlier show? The smoke effects are so fun, dude. I was actually on, believe it or not. Well, what time is it now? It is 1:42. I got on at 10 a.m. And I animated from 10 a.m. till lunchtime, is at noon. So this is actually part 2 today. The smoke effects are always my favorite, man. They're so cozy and relaxing, I swear. No worries. I appreciate you showing up either way. How do you make the brush? How do you make them like that? I just brush tool. So this is actually, I'll show you. How do I make the smoke like this? Was that the question? Yeah, okay. So you have to kind of think backwards. Instead of drawing something, I'm erasing something or tracing something out of something. Like I'm sculpting. You start with a blank canvas. So I'm starting with everything being this alpha'd out, 28% alpha gray, right? Then I'm taking the lasso tool and I'm cutting out of this big chunk while holding shift. I'm cutting out the smoke shape that I want. And the reason why I do this is because I'm able to create these really like intricate shapes that I really usually can't create using just regular brush, or I can't create regular brush as easily. In more professional programs that people use for anime and stuff, this is known as the lasso fill tool, where they simply use the lasso tool, and when they complete the stroke, it'll just fill it. Yeah, I'm cutting this out of that box, and I'm holding shift. That's what's allowing me to kind of like add to this, is I'm holding shift while doing it. But you see how I'm able to make like these more complex vectors? You know, they have these like little ridges and textures to them. That comes from cutting it out. Any editing software for the final product of any of your animations? I usually like to bring it into Premiere to do sound effects. For Andre's Arena versus Gorn, I did bring it into After Effects for some After Effects work. But for the next release of Andre's Arena, I'm not sure if I'm going to bother doing that, to be honest. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze for how much time I took in After Effects. And the net result change I got out of it was pretty negligible, I think. So then, now that I have all this cut out, I just click the opposite and then delete it. Let's make sure it's all not selected. Oops, where'd it go? Oh, yeah, I forgot I have this thing on. This is 24 FPS. What do you think? Smoke continues to me since it feels like it would have to be good understanding in how it just... Actually, it's really simple. It's really simple. Smoke, it almost always rises and spreads out. So while it rises and spreads out, just break it into pieces. So like you start with a general shape, right? This is my general shape right here. This is our general shape, right here. Now just make it go up and outwards while breaking apart. Up, outwards, break apart. Mm-hmm. Now I also need to do the onion juices. Some animators just fade the smoke out when it's on one shape. Yep, they do that. So should it be opaque or translucent? I typically like to add a lower opacity to my smoke. Sharkcap, I'm working on the second installment of Andre Smash Labs, which this one is versus Onions. By popular request. Now we need to squirt all this onion juice at us. Because we just squished a bunch of onions. Classic stick fight with Tarantula. Going to use my own music and go one step at a time. Might be episodic. Nice, dude. This is a series of Andre crushing things. Here, I'll give you the link to the first one here. This is the first one. I'm not gonna lie, I could never get stick figures right. I'm mainly only good at 3D animation in things like Blender or Maya. I'm the complete opposite. I can't survive in Blender or Maya at all. So this is the first one on Hammer versus Cup. And in the suggestions, a lot of people suggested onion. So that's what we're working on now. What are we gonna name that ghoul, by the way? And on the suggestions, onions, yellow onions and garlic, onions. So we're working on onions. The wait is crazy? Thank you. I've been working on it for a long time, trying to get it good. So check this out. We're going to make this onion juice easy. Let me show you the easy way we're going to do this, okay? I am simply going to animate one particle at a time, and then I'm going to connect them, and I'll explain. I'm animating one strain of the onion juice at a time. So yeah, I'm just going on each one of these strands, right? And I'm giving them slightly different arcs, slightly different timing, right? And I'm going to show you how we're going to make it look a little more complex, a couple different ways that aren't super taxing time-wise. Do you see what I'm doing here? Follow along, because it's going to get hairy if you don't get this first part. This is how I do blood effects as well. This may not make a whole lot of sense yet, but I promise if you stick with me here, it will make more sense. Like hexels? Well, Hexel's pretty damn good. I don't know about that. Hexel mentioned. Okay. So you can see I have all these particles, right? Now, I wouldn't have wanted to animate this entire particle effect frame by frame all at once. But focusing on just some of these particles a little one at a time makes it a little more manageable, right? Now watch this. Now what I'm going to do, because you see how complex the shape is here? Like, if you look at all this, it's like interconnected. It's not like just a bunch of dots, right? What's up, Naster? I have the problem where I do them all at once. Yeah, that's a nightmare. My brain can't do that. So what I do is now I'm just going to simply connect them together. This adds that thickness and diversity between the particles that it started with, and it uses the particles as like a timing guide and a spacing guide, so I don't have to worry about all that all at once. See that? I'm just tracing. I'm connecting the dots, literally connecting the dots. Yo, what's up, Timothy? So I'll connect these two. And then they're starting to spread out. I'm still going to connect them. It's getting a little thinner. I'm connecting them. Break it apart. Same thing here. I'm going to connect these. Keeping that kind of like complex structure. Connect these two. Connect this one. Now they're starting to break apart, so I'll make it thin. Right? These ones are still connected. Now they kind of broke off. And when they break off, you can kind of just animate those little individual particles themselves. Have them drop and get smaller, right? It looks like I lost one particle here, so let's go ahead and just get him in there. Because I can actually connect these ones. And then break them apart. Right? And then you could really start connecting bigger chunks. Right? Watching the 2D animation processes and tutorials has been way more useful than my college animation courses somehow. That's crazy. I did not. I'm all self-taught. Okay, so... But that's not enough, right? That's cool and all. But that's not quite like enough. That's why I put it in a graphic. Check this out. So I'm going to take the same animation. I'm going to squish it and stretch it. And skew it. And I'm even going to start it, like if I want to, I can start it on a different layer. And maybe one frame behind. So it's actually happening slightly after. And I'll do it again. I'll move it up. So I'll lock these ones bring this back. So this one here, I'll skew it up. You can use this animating blood or water, any liquid. I do this on any liquid. Skewing it, starting in a frame afterwards. See that? And we took our effect, we made it complex, and we tripled the size of it. It started out, look how small, it started out just like this. It started out this small. And now, how do you do the jitter effect thing at the metal cup? The previous animation? Cup? Like at the very end? You talking about the one that falls on his head? That is just a cup with blur. It is simply... Look at, let me take the blur off. It is simply rotating the cup on one axis blur. It's a singular axis blur. So as you rotate the cup... Sorry. As you rotate the cup, it will keep the same axis for the blur. So it's simply rotating the cup like that, like so. But it has a single axis blur. Oh, the vibration on the hammer. Okay, so this... What I did first was I animated the impact of the hammer, and then I simply went through and almost added a wave of like smears, like smear frames, essentially, going through his body. And I also animated his body wobbly, starting from like his hands and wobbling through his body, through his legs, down to the bottom of his feet. And then I just went back and I added the kind of these smear frame wiggles along with his wiggling body. Does that make sense? I animated the movement first, and then I just kept in mind when I was animating the movement that he's going to be wobbly. So he starts wobbling at his hands, up through his head, and then down through his body. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, if I smash cups that are made out of metal, it's kind of like hitting a metal ball with a metal bat. Your hands are just going to feel wrecked by that impact. You know what I mean? I want to grab... I'm missing something here. These guys. I like to do these little impact splashes too. Let's make this like red or something so I can see the line color. Fifth gear. My kid would be so excited with you saying that because he loves One Piece, Fifth Gear, One Piece, Luffy. Like that. Here, let's get rid of these. I want to be able to see what I'm doing here. Oops. I like doing that. I know, I used to always say Luffy as well, just because that looks like how it's spelled, but as far as I'm aware, it's supposed to be Luffy. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really know, to be honest with you. And then the last step for this is I will add like little rocks. I feel like this should be darker. Oh my god, it's gonna make just that darker. There we go. I like making little rocks. Like dust particles, essentially. Coming from the initial source. Like that. I am one of the... Oh, Dolyog for sure is. Rock hard onions when. Are you talking to me, Doughboy, or D-Boy, or someone in the... I'm one of the oldest ones. I'm one of the founders before Dojo. I'm the original, the oldest of the oldest of the originators of the community. I wouldn't say I'm the owner of stick figures, no, but... Odor of my heart. Oh, for sure. Wait, where am I? Stone, you get to copyright stick figures soon. I'm mostly known as the creator of Fluid Anims and the creator of RHG, Rock Hard Gladiators. And this is my gladiator, Andre. I'm trying to think. I think what I'll do... Okay, I think I have an idea for this. I think what I'll do is I'll do a dark gray like steam lines for his burn. Wasn't Andre a black stick figure at one time? No, that was Stone. Andre's technically my second RHG character. I released the RHG system with a character named Stone, which was a crazy guy with a dagger, essentially. I wanted to be as vague as possible to release RHG with. And yeah, he had a dagger initially. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this no, we're gonna animate it first. This is the game plan here. Yeah, join the Discord for sure. It's so primitive. It's the most basic default Discord channel you're gonna ever see in your entire life. But I promise at some point we'll clean it up. I know this looks like trash right now, but I promise I have an idea. It might still look like trash, but... Hold on. Okay. I think I know what I can do. An onion channel. Copy keyframe. I'm going to copy all these, clear them out. Movie clip this. Paste the frames. Drop it in. And then from a graphic, we're going to turn it into a movie clip, and then we're going to blur it vertically. Vertical blur only. And that'll create this smooth burn. Yeah, reusing assets can be super useful. As long as you don't do it too maliciously, you should be okay. And then I'll change like the size of this a little bit. I think you'll only be able to see this in the animation, though. Yeah! Okay. It worked. It worked. We just need to add more of them. I can also... Maybe I slow them down even more. And it's how long? 26 frames long? And here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna make this last part like really long, so I can't mess this part up. That's what I'm gonna do. Sir Tex Quake, what's up, buddy? Granddaddy of RHG's animating onions being rapidly hydraulically pressed. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree, Bob. That's what I'm doing. I could also just horizontally flip these as well. That'll add a little more diversity to them. You know what? I'm going to go through and do that and flip like half of these. Ah! All right, let's see what this looks like. What's up, Jabo? Hey! Yes! Photoshop picture of your hand to look super crazy. Show He unintended next cast. I don't think I need to Photoshop it. I'll just show them exactly as it is. Thank you, thank you. This is what we're working on right now. There. I'm gonna see if I can squeeze in the onion juice. That I made over here and just shrink it down. Yeah. Is Discord in the description, I think. Why does have 5 options? I don't know. Oh, I also need to crush all these onions. Oh yeah, the stream review. I can do stream review. Do I even have Discord open? Yo. Yeah, in Stone Mountain, there is the Stone stream review. The stream review. If you guys post in there some things you're working on, I'll check them out. Okay. And we'll do a little stream review on it. Okay, we gotta get these out of here. This is base ease in. Ease in. Is it back? Back ease in, sorry, not base. And then we're gonna get them out of here. Question, shoot. Stunion Mountain. I gotta think I can stack all these onions. This was 10 onions. Right? Yeah. 1 onion, 10 onions. I think the next one's gonna be 25 onions, is the one that I'm on. Let me see how I can do this. The big spider onion, I'm not done yet. I'm not there yet. I'm simply just not there yet. Wait, where did this go? Oh. Okay, so if this is 10, then we want to do 20 and then 5. So this is 25. So if I take these off and add these down there, take these off, add these here, take these off, and then maybe I can just do this. Submitted my new-do list to the review. Woo! Let's go. How many onions do you think you've eaten in your life? That's a good question. I've definitely eaten a lot more onions in the last month or two, though. I don't know what that total number would be. So this is 25 onions. What? How about I place it in the right spot here first? Yeah, and then we'll move it back. I'll keyframe it here, and then I'll slide it back down. That's what we'll do. This is circ ease out. Let's do circ ease out. Okay, does that mean this needs to be closer or further away? Further away. Yes, I will be putting a number. Actually, you know what? Let's just grab in the first short. I have little numbers already tweened. Yeah. Save myself some time. Not a lot of time though. But whatever. I'm not the guy for the lore stuff, I'm afraid. I think this is 5-stroke, yeah. There we go. Does this make more sense? Okay, this is gonna be a nightmare. Oh, I have to animate these all moving, guys. Oh my god, dude. Oh god. Okay. All right. I don't think some of you are going to understand what I'm about to do. Some of you aren't. But I'm not going to do it the easy way. Just know I'm not. It's not going to be done the easy way. You'll see. Here we go. Some of you are going to know what I'm about to do. Some of you aren't going to know what I'm about to do, and that's okay. But I think you'll start to get it in a second. I'm gonna do it. This is one of those juice isn't worth the squeeze situations, but we will be moving some onions around for a minute today. Alright? Don't do this at home. Alright? Don't do this. Don't do this at home. Don't try at home, okay? But this is what we're doing. How do I get to that onion? I think I okay, I copy it. I move this back. Wait, no, I copy it. I delete it. I just simply move this back. Then I paste. Yeah. That's what we'll do. Copy, delete, move back, paste. Yeah. It's not worth the stone. I know it's not, but we're gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. Just don't think about it. Later, rattlesnake. Rattled in bones, sorry. I'm also thinking about the layering of how this actually is gonna go. Because technically this bottom row is going to be above these ones back here. So I guess let's just do them next, kind of up here. Yeah. Oh, I just did these all in reverse. They gotta go like this. There we go. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Next is these guys. Animated figure, like he's moving really fast, has a lot to do with the before and after, as well as a lot of effects to make it look like it's doing, like make it make sense, basically. Okay, we're gonna start with this. What happens if I get rid of that? Okay, we can make this work. Okay, I gotta start with... Who's this? Who is this? Okay. Remember, kids, don't do this at home. Okay? Okay. I am gonna do what you think I'm gonna do here, though. This is about to happen. It's the onion skin. Okay. That one's done. Next. This whole animation is now a pun. Yep. One down. Two. Okay, next one. This is again one of those like juice not worth the squeeze type scenarios that I don't suggest that you do. But me? I'm gonna do it. You? It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. You've got a life to live. It doesn't have to be like this. There's other choices, man. Think about your family. Make a physics sim, anything, please. This is what Yun would have wanted. Think about Yun. Is this the way you think he'd want it to go? It's the rings all over again, man. Affectionate. Onion particles. You could rotate the onions and then animate them flying upwards. No. I could. I could. I shouldn't say no. Yes. I could do that. You are right. That is something I could do. I'm gonna keep all the onions hidden until I'm done. And then we're just gonna see it all at once. Who am I seeing? How am I seeing this one? Oh. Think about how satisfying it's going to be. This one guy's pissing me off up here. Thank you. Too many onions when I'm back. Oh, you have no idea. Flavio. You have no idea. It's so much worse. It's so much worse than you can imagine. The way he's making you cry? Wait, why is it making you cry? Look, I promise you and other than you guys, the viewer will never know. They will never have to suffer through looking at this timeline the way that you have. You're putting in the time and effort to save them from what they'll never understand anyways. Think about that. You're basically heroes. Only you will know. They'll never know. We are the viewers. No! You guys almost ready? We're almost there. I have them in a folder. I hope that helps. I see your symbol request and I raise you a folder. I went from playing Forza Horizon 4 to watching Onions. To be fair, that's not my fault. I probably would have suggested the AAA video game instead of watching me, I'll be honest. We need even more unnamed layers. We might actually. I don't think this is all the onions. I think it's close, but it's not all of them. But once we do this... Once I have all these animated, I will at least see where we're at. Okay, ready? You ready? Yes. Great googly moogly. Now let's take my, just for giggles, let's take my onion juice effects right here. Let's see if we can make something out of just simply what we currently have. You have to put it behind the hammer to make the most sense, though. I love it. What if I did another layer of all of it, started a little bit after that, and skew it like that? I don't think I need to skew it. I think. We added the screen shake. The screen shake is going to help the like softness that we feel on that initial impact right here. This is what we're going to do. At a dent? Yeah. Yeah. What are we thinking? Is that sick? Are we cooking, chat? I like it. I think what I need to do here for the onions. When do we pause to do stream reviews, if I may ask? You know what? Maybe we'll do it now. This is a pretty good stopping spot. This is what I'm gonna do for this too. We're gonna do F6, F8. We're gonna make it a movie clip. No. Movie clip. Watch. Whatever. We missed one. It's fine. And then I'm going to skew. Oh, I gotta get rid of the camera. It's in my face. Skew, squish, blur. There we go. If I put a bunch of onion juice on the hammer will have to have onion juice on it the whole time. That might be kind of weird, right? Wait, I gotta impact frame this too. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna teach you guys to do impact frames first. We'll do impact frames on this, then we'll do some stone reviews, stream reviews. Cleans it off electricity? Not a bad idea. I kind of like that. We'll play around with that idea. Okay, you guys want to learn how to do my very simple, very plain Jane impact frames? Okay. So we have the impact frame here, right? Imagine this is the light source, okay? Imagine the light is going this way at us, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of trace over my frames and shine where that very primitive idea of where the light source is coming from, okay? I'm also even gonna do even like some of my smears and stuff. I'll add that in there a little bit like that, right? So I'm just kind of tracing over where my frame is, where that light might kind of touch based on it coming from this light source. Again, I'm not even doing that correctly. It's just the idea here, right? Again, this may not be the right way to do it. This is just how I do it. Okay. Okay. Let's also do like a wave on the ground here. What do you guys think about that? Since we are impacting the ground here. I think that's a fair thing to do here, yeah? Not great, but I think it'll work. We'll see. I'll take these out if I don't like it. If I don't like this part, I'll take it out. Okay? I promise there is some rhyme to my reason here. A power bang. Maybe. Like the comic book sound. Okay. So I did that, right? Here's the magic. Oh wait. I actually think we have to frame for this. Because if we don't, we're going to end up erasing what we're doing here. I think I just need one double frame. Yeah. Okay. So behind here, we are simply going to put a black background. Like that. Okay? And then we're moving on to the next frame. The other thing we started doing too is we started dimming. We added like a dim square, a dimming square, one frame before the impact. So we'll do that here. It's like 35% opacity leading into the hit. And then this is the magic, okay? So we just did the previous frame in white, right? For the highlights. Now we're going to do the opposite. I'm going to do the lowlights. I'm essentially going to trace the areas behind where I did the previous one. Doesn't have to be exact. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what's happening here? So all the areas where I didn't put the white, I'm going to trace my frames. What kind of hair does he have? I don't know that he has hair. Haven't really thought about that. Okay. See, I'm doing like the opposite. The opposite of what I did the first time. And then I'll even extend this shockwave out. And this shockwave thing might not work out. I've never really done these like shockwave rings like this, so we might change this. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'll extend out the last lines that I did from before. Okay. Simple enough, right? Now, you guessed it, we're going to do the white background. And now, I'm going to make them into a movie clip. And I'm going to blur them. Subtly. Wait, why is that not blurred? Hello? Check it out. What do you guys think? Look how easy that was. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And so easy, right? Like, there's nothing difficult about what I did there. So simple. We could do it to the onions here if we wanted to, but I don't know if we need to because he's not really like hitting anything heavy. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Also, these smears put in work today. The only downside is I feel like the camera now needs to be zoomed out just slightly. Can I just do it like that? I feel like we're missing out on some of the goodness of the backswings of the hammer. This is the inherent issue with... I don't know that that did anything, to be honest with you. What's up, Nozzle? Yeah, I don't think that did anything. Check this out. This was today. Where am I at my storyboard? Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and do some quick stream submission reviews. Just stream reviews. Let's see where we're at. Let's at least be in today. Where are we at? This today? No. Here. Ooh, I like that little effect you did right there. That's cool. That little like sing transition there. The scarf is fun. Oh, couldn't go over 20 seconds? Oh, okay. That's cool. That's fun. Assembling into the logo. Yuck. Running on perspective is disgusting. Nice job. I hate running on perspective. Ooh, nice trails. Those are fun. Yo, right here is pretty quick. Those are actually really nice. Yeah, these are sweet. I like the accentuated movement. Ooh. So you have stick figure, G-stick, and full body. Bon. Nice color palette. Yo, nice walk cycle. Clean. Very nice, Certex. Very nice. Okay. We are going to get back at standing upright and waiting for the final 100 onion transformation. Well, I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do for 100. It's actually not going to be 100 onions. It's going to start off as 100 onions. And then Ghoul is going to transform the 100 onions into one big onion. But this one big onion is actually going to be like an egg. And it's going to contain a bunch of little onionlings that are going to spring out. Here, let me show you guys. Let me play you guys the storyboard. I'm currently writing the script for her demo. Gonna stage it like TF2 meet the team. Oh, I love those. I think that's one of the most creative things that was put out a long time was the TF2 meeting the characters. See you later, iRock. Check it out. So he smashes those out of the way, and then he's like, yes! And then it's gonna be a pile of 100 onions. That's what this big poop looks like, but it's 100 onions. And then Ghoul poofs into existence, and he turns it into one big onion. And then he dashes at Andre, and Andre's like, "Ugh!" And he just turns it to dust. And then he's gonna be like, okay, he's gonna power up, back up, one big swing. And when he crushes it and he takes a step back, all these little baby onionlings are gonna jump out, and he's gonna be like, "Ah!" And then it ends. Powers it up. And he's going to back it up. And then cut. And that'll be Smash Lab number 2. I really do hope people end up liking this series because I have a lot of fun making these, and I'd love nothing more than to just be successful at chilling here, hanging out with you guys, and making shorts every day. Just like this. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think it's something that people can enjoy? Do you think as a short, this is something people would look forward to seeing every day or every other day or something? What's the title for that? Undercut Smashing Children? No, it's gonna be Hammer vs. Onion. Smash Labs. Mano, what's up? I almost need to do the hammer just to see what the hammer is going to be as I do this. Something kind of like that, I think. Alright, see you, Struck. Don't do that. Hey, that was pretty cool. Right? That seemed pretty smooth. Anime storyboard so I can see what's up. Wait, that's right. Huh? Right now he's gonna reach out and like pump his arm like, yes, I did it. Oops. Does that make sense? We doing alright? Hope I'm not putting you all to sleep. I'm just locked in. Okay, he's just about stood back up into his relaxed, waiting for the hydraulic or the lift to bring out the next challenge. Slight lean forward there. Okay. Okay, let's see it. Hey, that worked out pretty nice, I think. Yeah, okay. That looks like he's celebrating. Yes! Alright, let's do a little playback. Okay. Room be stinky, yeah. Okay, 100 onions. How am I... Let's see how we're going to be able to do this. So that's 100 onions. Let's just separate them in a way that makes sense. At least try to. Could probably move these three up to like the 3 stack area. Somewhere in here. It's not gonna be this many onions. The little onion guys won't be that bad. In theory. $100 onions. Okay, this is Cirque. Ease out. So ease out, Cirque. When? Crush. Okay. 10. Crush. Ah. Okay. 25. Easy. Yes. And then this is when the ghoul's gonna come out. And he's gonna turn into one big onion. Right here. So this is where it gets a little easier on us. Because I can just go in here, grab... Oh my god. Oh my god. One onion. One onion and make it big. Yeah. One onion. And then... Boom! Blah! Ah! Boing. Oh, we need to do the smoke effects for the swings, though. Yeah, we need to do the smoke effects for the swings, y'all. Smoke lesson. Smoke time. Okay. Okay. If anyone has any questions on what I'm doing for the smoke, let me know. I will try and be of service. I'm putting everyone to sleep again. Okay. So what I'm thinking about right now is when I'm looking through each of these smoke frames is I'm trying to see if there's any particles or sections I'm missing. And if there is small sections I'm missing or small sections breaking apart, I will try to give little particle effects for each one of them. Are his eyes able to tank that many onions? True. I don't know. That's a good point. It's definitely got to be taxing. This is usually my last frame here for smoke. I usually don't go too many frames out after the initial because you can get stuck doing smoke effects for eternity if you try to get them all the way down to 0 particles, which is what I used to do, which is an incredible waste of time because the average person, one, doesn't even acknowledge or care about that, and it can take your entire day to make all the particles go to 0. So there's almost no value in doing it. So I'm going to keep going through here, and I'm just shrinking these particles, shrinking them, while still expanding them. Same thing over here. Just rising and expanding, rising and expanding. And breaking apart, too, that's important. Rising, expanding, and breaking apart. And this will be the last frame for this smoke effect. Boom, selecting the outside, getting rid of it, triple framing it, and lowering the opacity to 15. Boom! Oh. You have to deselect or else it'll end up showing it all. Boom! Did I hide a layer here that is in use? Or did I delete something? Okay, good, we're good, we're good. How do you do the last to fill thing? Okay. I'm glad you asked. I'm gonna do it again right here on this whoosh. So I'll show you. So it's real simple. It's something that JH taught me. I have a 28% transparency gray, whatever gray, and I make a big box for it, right? And then once I have that big box for it, I use the lasso tool and I simply cut out from the square that I made, and then I select the opposite of it and get rid of it. And I do the same thing for the next frame as well. So I go to F7, I create a new box. And I cut out of it what I want from it. Like so, and then get rid of the excess. And the reason why I do it like this is that you can create more complex shapes using the lasso really fast and easy compared to trying to brush out those same kind of shapes. Now the majority of this is sliding off screen, so I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, you're sculpting the shapes out of it. Most of this should be off screen, so I don't care about it. But you see, you're able to make like complex looking, and I can even like, what if I even blurred these two to even make them a little snazzier, maybe? For like the, I think if you blur the initial, it might look a little bit better simply because it's like it's going faster initially. I don't know, it's not necessary, I don't think. Thank you, thank you. I can also do it on the rise too. It kind of adds a little more oomph to like it coming out, you know? And usually on the first frame, I try to also make it like not bubbly, because it's like moving quickly. And then as it slows down, it becomes more bubbly. And then also, I'm holding shift while I'm lasso tooling this stuff out. That's important to know. That's how I'm able to like keep adding to it without it restarting over. Thank you, hamstring. I don't know if it's thank you. You can also cut out from the inside of your own shapes too to kind of like start the breakups, which I think is fun to do. Like I can kind of like set myself up for the next sections I'm going to chop out. You see what I'm saying? Now I know, like, okay, those are going to bubble off into smaller pieces because I've kind of like already started myself up for it. See what I mean? See, I'm breaking those up now. Like the nightmare that this would be to do this in brush would take so much longer. So much longer. And when I say by that, it wouldn't take that long to make these like clouds. It's to make these clouds with like these tight little ridges. And then 15. Okay, I gotta get rid of the... Yeah. There is no autofill lasso. So what I'm doing is I'm making a square, and then I'm using the lasso tool and I'm cutting out of it. And then holding shift, cutting out of it. Since there isn't a autofill. And then I just click out the opposite. Like if you hold shift, right? You have to start outside of it, but like look at these like insane tight little spaces you can create. See that? You'll never do that on a brush. Not like this. See how fast that was? Like you'll never get these little tiny indentations. And you can also cut out of it also. Like I said, I cut pieces to like showcase where I was going to break up these clouds. Right? I was like, oh, okay, I'll start breaking these up like so. So that in my next frame, I already know where I'm going to start making the cuts or start making these bubble out. We gotta do another one here. So like it'll help with this swoosh like tremendously. Helps sell this even more. Knocking up that onion dust, exactly. Most of this will be off screen, so we're not worried too much about this outside edge out here. This frame here might not even be necessary, to be honest with you. Nice. Using onion skin is like ironic. Now I'm just blurring the x-axis on these smoke effects. It kind of just makes it a little more snazzy, a little more polished. Takes like almost no effort at all. Make sure you're only blurring one of the axes as well, because it can look really bad if you do both. Just find the direction in which it's traveling and do that axis. What's up, Struck? You know, I'll also do another layer of smoke since the hammer is traveling upwards, like it's swinging up. I think we'll do like that. And this will all help sell this movement that I'm already like really reaching with because it's traveling so far. So I need all the help I can get, honestly. I went out and actually drove my... Oh, yikes. It randomly started thundering here. My dog is not a huge fan. Yeah, dogs hate thunder, man. They absolutely hate thunder. And lightning. Wait, what did I do? It's been raining so much here in Colorado. It's just by having so much fun. Dude, I love the rain. Which is really crappy because I live in the second sunniest city in all of the United States, in Redding, California. And our summers are absolutely just heinous. Miserable. 120 degree days. 115 degree months. Just the literal worst. Fires everywhere, every single day, everywhere. Do not recommend. We literally have the majority of our valuables already put in Tupperware containers in the event of a fire that could storm through and take everything from us in an instant. because we even have an app that tracks fires because you have to. Hello. Wow, I literally couldn't hate that more. Let's try this again. Wow, that's awful. Let's try this again. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna lose these inner pieces, so I'm gonna have to put them back manually. I'm smashing onions still, yep. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, that should continue rising up there. This will break off. That'll rise. These will expand outwards. Expanding outwards. This will turn into just a little bubble. Little bubble here. And this is like little broken off pieces. Broken off pieces. That rose up. Same thing here, it rose up, and these will kind of go head out that way. How do you have the smoke set up? What do you mean? This is 24 FPS. Yeah. So for the smoke, again, I'm making a low alpha gray square. And then I'm simply using the lasso tool, carving out from that gray square using the lasso tool. I'm holding shift so that way I'm not redoing a new lasso every time. I'm adding to this lasso. The animation will look really, really slow at 15 FPS. Because I didn't design it around 15 FPS. Yeah. Did it disconnect? I feel like I disconnected for a second there. You guys okay? It's a big onion. Okay, we good now though? Says we're good. Thank you, Michi. I think I need to back the camera up even further. Yeah, we're missing stuff. It's fine. We'll worry about the camera later. Okay, we're gonna spawn the ghoul. This is Adobe Animate. You could have the camera move. Shake and tilt. I think that's what I'll have to do in the end. Maybe buffered a bit? I think that solar flare that we had yesterday messed up a lot of stuff. All good now? Okay. Okay. Maybe I should establish my pose that I want before I get there. Something like this, maybe? Hey, Stone, I have a question. Do you ever plan on releasing the unfinished version of Total Force 3? No, because I have no idea where that file is, and I do remember it being an absolute atrocious nightmare to put together. That it quite literally, the technology of the time was incapable of accomplishing putting it together. The technology quite literally wasn't ready for it. This is 25. Yep, display tablet. This is a Wacom Cintiq 21UX. It's way overkill. You don't need anything like this. Way overkill, way too big. I actually wish it was smaller. But I got this like over 10 years ago. Colored onion skin? Yes, I think so. I think there's settings right here, right? Advanced settings? Yeah. If you see here, this is the onion skin colors. There's a color here for previous and color for next. This is my most favorite thing to animate. 2D side-scrolling stick fight type stuff. Have you ever animated anything aside from that? Acting or character acting and whatnot? This is the most character acting I think I've ever done in anything. As far as like him celebrating and thinking, and like I don't do a lot of character animation stuff. I never really have. I don't have. I mean, okay, well, I did do some. Do you guys remember Animation versus YouTube?
This is how I double my money.
This, I animated a lot in this.
In chocolate rain.
This right here, I animated this part. This part right here.
Everything you need to know about
Did all
life,
this.
you can learn
When I say all this, let me be clear. I did the stick figures, not. I didn't do the video. I didn't do the character.
from
the stick figures.
vacuums. Introducing Drag Vax, because life
Sucks.
is a drag.
You're giving a fantastic
Part I did
Tuesday.
here.
Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, and let's just jump into it. And the first thing we're going to talk about today, one of the most requested stories of the past few days, and that is, when is it too far?
Hey Apple, can you spit
I
seed?
don't think I did that part. I don't think I did this part. I don't know. I did like 5 or 6 minutes of animation in Animation versus YouTube. But there's like kind of character acting in that, but not like more than what I'd usually do. They could animate him chomping down on a leftover onion once it's all smashed. Not a bad idea. I don't think I have room for it now, though. Okay, this is where the ghoul comes out. Might as well just save this summoning animation. What inspired me to animate? Seeing stick fight animations when I was like 10, 11 years old on stickdeath.com. That was really inspiring to me. How much is the time limit for a short? I think it's over a minute now on YouTube. What's up, JK? How you doing, buddy? So watch, I can make this smoke look a little bit better too. Skew this slightly. Put this on a separate layer. Watch this. What'd you know? What'd you learn about whales? Don't have a fun fact, just hasn't got it. Longest project I ever worked on has to be probably Get Stronger. Do you guys remember that? The music video I did for Shadow.
Look at it and you're like, that won't scratch my tough like I'm the type of better that will never give up. Fact. Never can answer up stats of every attack. Cats can dash. I must lack the part in my brain that will say it's over. Every time I fail, I'm turning colder. I'm a soldier, a dog of a bone like Dober. Man's got the hardest shoulders. Keep throwing stones on a train with boulders. Pass me the globe, I kept my whole soul.
Probably like 2010
maybe.
maybe.
I hope like a cobra. Venomous, hating a man like a feminist. Cause I'm hardest. Connected dealing with the hardest. Darkest, smartest, fastest, narcissist, artist, hardest. Darkest, smartest, fastest, narcissist, darkest, hardest. Darkest, smartest, fastest, narcissist, darkest, yeah.
I worked on that every day for like I want to say like 3 months. Alright, I'll show you guys how I animate the ghoul. Has it? I genuinely mean that. I don't see it like that. I can't see my own style. If that makes sense. I really can't see it. The music you played sounded like KSI. Shadow's great, man. You just think it sounds like KSI because it's another British guy. But you can't do Shadow like that. Okay, so I animate the head first on the floating ghoul guy. Just what I do for him. Just makes the most sense. Saving the smoke I did last time for him. putting it into a graphic. Graphic, so I can see it. Probably take one of these as well, just to add a little diversity to it. Oops. That's how he de-summons, essentially. So he comes out, he's going to turn it into the big onion. I'm probably going to have him come out later now. Like that, yeah. Boop. Right here, he's going to touch and turn it into the... Are you doing something like a power-up or something? Yeah, you'll see. I'm going to show you in just a second here. So let's go ahead and move this. So, you know how in the previous one, this ghoul came out, and he turned this 100 cups into 100 metal cups? He's coming out this time, and he's going to turn these 100 onions into one big onion. And then he disappears. Does that make sense? Poof. I'm going to show you how I animate him. I might see if I can finish up the ghoul today, and that'll be it. If I can finish him up, I don't know. The ghoul I do in a couple different chunks. I might just finish his body up, we'll see. Okay. Let's get the ghoul green. Got the ghoul green. Let's block off the smoke. And block off the head as well. I'm going to show you guys how I do this. So I animate his head first, right? And then I go through and I animate like just the top part of his chest. In conjunction with his head. It's like a bean. Beans and onions, my favorite. Is this making sense? Solomon? Doesn't make sense yet. It will soon, I think. Usually I don't do his whole body at once. That's why I'm shrinking him back to his mean. I'm going to show you why I don't do his whole body at once. Okay. Alright, let's scoot back. Okay, now that I have that done, I'm going to animate the ghosty part of him. His tail. Yeah, taking your time on your animation helps a lot, for sure. Be patient and practice a lot. You can do incredible things. See, now this way I can animate his tail like whipping and stuff. See what I mean? Because he's a ghoul. But since I started simple, I'm able to not have to worry too much about the intricacies of his tail and how he's moving when I initially make him. I just allow the simplicity of his movement to be carried through his head and his, I don't know, shoulder blades, question mark? And then I can go back and add in his tail movements a lot easier. Took me a while to compress my thoughts into the character limit in YouTube chat. Come back into the whole style thing. I feel like it's kind of like a culmination of knowledge you gained and all that inspired you. And that all adds up to feels what's right to you and you alone. Exactly. That is a very accurate way to put it, in my opinion. It's like all of your inspirations and aspirations form together in a way that you're capable of executing. And this may not even look good because this is very like straightforward animating. I'm not planning any of these tail movements at all. So he like resizes a little bit here and there. We'll see. I might end up not liking it and redoing it completely. I don't know. But because it's so simply, it's done in such a simple way, I don't really care too much. If it doesn't come out right, I'll just redo it. If you notice, I'm not even looking back and forth through my frames much to see if it like looks good or is accurate. I'm kind of just trusting the process here. Okay, let's look back and see what it looks like. This is Adobe Animate. Not bad. You guys are gonna think the next part is nuts too. The hands are this simple. Done. Okay. Did you see it? Now, I'm gonna add his fingers, which I just do like these really primitive like finger claws type things. Because I suck with hands. But that's okay, because these aren't really hands. I'm doing like mittens. Oh, yeah, another thing I learned with character acting and stuff, hands is where most of the acting happens. The eyes drawn most to that area. Don't watch the mouth, watch the hands kind of deal. Oh. Interesting. Well, I do some really awful hands, so hopefully they're not paying too close attention. A lot of times I'll just make them show up a little bit. And then I'll just give little indications of fingers. Not like fully putting them out there. Kind of like keeping them fisted up mostly. I'm just sort of finishing up a Synchromates animation, not the whole sound line, just like the first third. I still get the opportunity to like have the most character expression. Well, I guess I kind of ruined that opportunity then. But I'm trying. He gives him a little bit of a booga booga. And then he puts his hands away. I was wondering if you're open to joint on it. I would be, but dude, I'm so backed up. There's so many things I have to do. I have a project with JH. I have a project with Exortine. I have this solo project I'm working on. I have Andre's Arena. And then I also have Dojo Cast stuff I have to work on for the ball collab, like our intro, exit animation. So I'm just like, I'm booked, dude. I'm definitely not opposed to working in the future on things, though. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I see it. Do you see it? Does it make sense? Poof. What's up, new guy? There with the focus, there's no requirement for stellar acting there. It's just something worth constantly thinking about when doing acting. Okay. Wait a minute. Did the foreground just show underneath the tween here? It did. Onions. What are you doing, onions? There we go. just want the text. I know what I did wrong. Yeah, we gotta zoom the camera out, dude. We're just not seeing enough. No, I appreciate you talking. I really do. The final step on the ghoul, which I will leave, I think, for tomorrow, is his eyes and face, which I do as simple as this. That's it. And I could even use the same effect. These purple dots. Thank you. I have these purple dot effects that I did. Which they look so silly, like they're genuinely ridiculous, but it works because I'll change their size, I'll skew them a little bit, I'll even tint them. I'm about to post the joint in the general of your Discord just to compress it. Okay, sweet. Look at same thing. Like this. Like that. Tint a different color. Okay. And if I want to, I could even just make him a movie clip. And blur them if I wanted to for like one or two of them. Just to, I can't really see them in the FLA like this while editing, but we can. Where are the effects? Am I crazy here? Okay. Sure, go for it. Ooh, I like that idea. Have it expand, accentuate. Yeah, I like that idea. I could just have these guys as added extra. Yeah, because I like that better. Make sure I'm behind the onion. I might add like a... like even like an impact thing to it too. I could also take one of these smokes, layer one of those over here also, tint it purple. Some more than one of these purples. Tint it purple. Yeah, I like that. Should we onion impact frame? Should we do it? Let's onion impact frame. Just so we can say that we did it, you know? I will have the only onion-shaped impact frame for sure. Hello, I'm selecting. Behold, my flashing onion. Okay. Now the white. And I'll do the same thing that I did over to the other one too. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I took a, I duplicated the movie clip that I made for the blur. See, I blurred this, right? I duplicated it, made it an overlay, and then tinted that overlay. Just to make it extra. Watch. Onion. Impact. What if I double framed one of them? Oh, I have to fix the, that's why, because I double framed inside of it, so it repeated the graphic. That's great. Onion impact. Boom. Okay. Alright, friends, I think that's a good place to cut it for today. We're almost at the very end here. This is only day 2 of working on this, so I'm pretty excited. We still have to do, obviously, the final part, which is probably going to take the most time. I still need to do all the camera work and sound effects, but overall, we actually killed it today. Boom! Yeah. Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and, if you would like to talk further, hit me up on the Discord. The link should be in the description. But other than that, I will see you all next time. All right. Bye.